Good morning, Class 3 and Class 4. Welcome to your reading session for today. So today we are going to continue reading The Hodgehog. I'd like you now to have a read of Chapter 2. You'll find this in your PDF document, same as where it was yesterday. So the second chapter. I'm just going to go through the questions with you now. What does nocturnal mean? What does with a hammering heart suggest about how Max is feeling? What is Max actually sitting on whilst he watched the humans pass by? What is the secret? What do you predict might happen next? Explain your answer. So pause me now, go away, have a little read of the chapter, answer the questions, and then when you're ready, come back and we will go through the answers together. So I'm hoping that everybody's had a go at answering those questions. We're going to go through the answers now. So number 1, nocturnal means something that is active or happens during the night. So obviously hedgehogs are nocturnal, which means that they are awake and they are alive and active, not alive at night, and then they sleep in the day. Number 2, with a hammering heart, it suggests that Max is feeling quite anxious, nervous, scared, frightened, anything along those lines. You might put maybe something like apprehensive, maybe even a little bit excited, but one of those words would have fitted perfectly. Number 3, what is Max actually sitting on whilst he watched the humans pass by? So he's actually sitting on the pavement, but obviously he's a hedgehog and he doesn't know that that's what it's called. So what is the secret? The secret is a zebra crossing that helps the humans to cross the road. And the number 5 was your prediction. That is completely personal to you. You will find out whether you are right as we continue reading the story this week. I hope that clears everything up for you guys, and we will talk tomorrow. Bye.
Good morning, Class 3. Okay, so we've got them for today. We're going to be using those expanded noun phrases that you were practicing and recapping on yesterday to improve a sentence about a fantastic picture. Now, we're going to be using this picture throughout the week, and eventually we'll be doing a little bit more writing about it. So pause now, though, so you can write today's date and LO. Okay, so here is the picture. So pause the video just for a moment, just have a look at what's going on. What can you notice? What do you think of straight away? What stands out to you? What's happening? What's going on in this picture? So pause it now. You don't have to write anything for a moment. Just pause it and have a look and just get familiar with it. Okay, so now I've got a sentence here, but it's a little bit rubbish and I don't think it describes the picture as well as it could do. So it says, the boy held out some food. The dragon ate it. He was green and had horns. Okay, so I think you'll agree with me that if you couldn't see that picture, that would be a very rubbish description of what was going on. I think you can 100% do way better than that. So what I'd like you to do is, in your book, can you make a list of adjectives that you could use to describe the dragon, and we can use those throughout the week. Make a list of verbs. Now, we didn't talk about verbs yesterday, or adverbs, but I want you to have a go at putting those, writing those, because we can still use those to build our sentences around our expanded noun phrase. Okay, so remember, a verb is something that can be done, an adverb can describe how it's done. And then, can you write a sentence? But what I'd like you to do is actually improve this sentence. Now, with our expanded noun phrases yesterday, we were focusing on using, obviously, your determiner, then your adjective before your noun, and then expanding that noun phrase with a prepositional phrase. So, if you have a look at that first sentence there, we've got the boy held out some food. Now, if you were to use the noun food to expand the noun phrase, you could use your adjective to describe that food, perhaps 2 adjectives would be great, and then a prepositional phrase, so where is that food? What is it on? Again, we've then got the dragon, that's our noun in the second sentence. It doesn't have any adjectives at all there, although it's described after as saying he was green and had horns. So we could have said the something something dragon with, and then describe those horns, would have been an expanded noun phrase. So I want you to have a play around with this sentence, and for your task today, to see if you can include expanded noun phrases, but then also I want you to have a little start to think about verbs and adverbs you can use within it. So the verbs that we've got here is held and ate. I think you can definitely get a better, a more impressive, a more effective verb than ate, instead of just eating something. Okay, so your task then today, you're going to create those lists, all right, and you can use those throughout the week. And so then using that list you've created, improve and expand this sentence. It says this sentences, it should be these sentences, sorry, that describes the picture. Make sure you use adjectives to describe the noun and modify it by using your prepositional phrase. Okay, and that is your task for today. All right, I'd love to see how you've got on with that before we move on to the next part of writing tomorrow. Good luck, guys. Okay, and now we're moving on to maths. Alright, so we've got today's date. That's not right. Oh no. Wow, that took a while. Sorry, guys. Right, I'm now on the right day. So we're on Tuesday, the 23rd of June, and today we're going to be looking at adding money. So yesterday you were converting between pounds and pence, and today we're going to have a look at how we add two different amounts together. Okay. So again, because I'm in school this week with children that are coming back in, that's why we are using videos where somebody has already done all the teaching for you. But I'll be doing this in school with the children as well. So we're all, if you're at home or in school, we are also doing the same thing. I just won't be using the video in school. Okay, so pause now then to get your date and LO down, and then get prepared to listen to the lovely gentleman again, going through using all of the white routines that we would normally use in class, about explaining about adding money. So again, you're going to have different activities to do throughout the video, so make sure you pause. You have to pause quite quickly, otherwise they'll start giving you the answers, but which of course you could do, but then you wouldn't really learn anything if you just copy the answers down before you've actually had to go working it out yourself. Then again, you'll have questions to do at the very end to just check that you've understood everything that you've done so far. All right, okay, so pause now and then to get that your date and LO written down, and then when you're ready, press play.
Hello everybody, welcome to our second lesson about money, and today we're going to look at different ways of adding money. Here we've got a part-whole model, and our question is, what's the whole? We've got two parts, we need to add them together. So, I think the answer, £12.60, because I can see I've got £12 in the top part, and I've got 60 pence in the bottom. Now, I've made a mistake there. When we're looking at a part-whole model, we can't just think, oh, the pounds are going to be in one part and the pence is going to be in the other part. We could have a mixture, and we do have here. We do have £12 in the top part, but we've also got another £3 in the bottom part, haven't we? We've got a £2 coin and a £1 coin. So what I'd like to do is I like to label the part as I'm counting up. We do have £12 up there, but we've also got £3 here. So that would mean £15, wouldn't it? £12 add £3 is £15. And we do have 60 pence. 50 pence coin and a 10 pence coin is going to be 60 pence. I've given you a couple of part-whole models. You have a go, pause the video now and complete the wholes. So on the one on the left, we've got £8 and we've got 57 pence. And the one on the right, we've got £23, haven't we? We've got £22 in the right-hand part, £20 note and a £2 coin. Then in the left-hand part, of course, we've got two 50 pence coins, so that's another £1 there. So £23 and 42 pence. We might be in a situation where we've got to add two amounts of money together. It looks like we're getting ready here to go on our summer holidays, fingers crossed. We're getting a bucket and spade, and we're getting a sun hat. Okay, sounds good for a day on the beach. And we can see the prices of those items. How are we going to add them together? Well, the way I'd add them together is I'd do all my pounds first. So I can see I've got my £4, I've got my £3, so that's quite a simple addition there. 4 add 3, £7. What do you think I'm going to do now? I'm going to do just the same thing, but with my pence amounts. So I've got my 22 pence, I've got my 61 pence, so Slightly trickier because we've got 2-digit numbers, 83 pence. So those two items put together, the bucket spade and the sun hat, is going to cost £7.83. So, using that idea of doing the pounds first, then the pence, have a go at adding together those amounts of money. Let's check our answers. So I can see £2 and £1 is £3, 17 pence and 50 pence is 67 pence. Do the same thing here. £1 add £4 is £5, 80 pence add 19 pence is 99 pence. £1 add £7 is £8, and we've got 17 pence add 35 pence is 52 pence. Number 4. £1 add £2 is £3, 50 pence add 50 pence is 100 pence. Is that how we'd normally write that amount? No. Think back to our key fact, which we did so much work on in our last lesson. We know 100 pence is equal to a pound. So when we add together £1 and 50 pence and £2 and 50 pence, we don't really get £3 and 100 pence. We get £4 and 0 pence. So I've given you question 5 now. That's a similar idea to what we've just seen in question 4. Have a go at that question. So now we've got 51 pence add 50 pence, which is 101 pence, isn't it? Which is like saying £1 and 1 pence. So it's going to be £7 and 1 pence, not £6 and 101 pence. Remember, when we get that 100 pence or more, we can exchange 100 pence for £1. It's really important that we do that. So if you've got the White Rose Maths worksheet for this lesson, you're ready to have a go at the first 5 questions, or have a look at the BBC Bitesize website for some materials on this topic, or you can just carry on watching the video. We've got another spending money question here. Mo has bought a bucket for £3 and 50 pence, and he's bought a teddy, but we don't know the amount of money he spent on the teddy. We know he spent £9 in total for both of those items. The question is, how much does this teddy cost? So let's show that in a bar model. That's the total amount he spent, £9. The bucket, we know, is £3 and 50 pence. And there's our teddy, question mark. Okay, we don't know. So if we write this as a number sentence, we could see £3 and 50 pence add something is equal to £9. So if we added £5 to £3 and 50 pence, we'd get £8 and 50 pence, wouldn't we? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, £8 and 50 pence. So we need to add another 50 pence, don't we? Because if we added 50 pence to £8 and 50 pence, we'd get £8 and 100 pence, which is £9. So we can see there, £5 and 50 pence is the same as £8 and 100 pence. But there's our key fact. So that's £9. So how much was the teddy? The teddy was £5 and 50 pence. Continuing with using a bar model, we can see here we've got 2 parts of our bar model completed, but the total, the whole, is missing. How do we work out what we're going to fill in at the top of the bar model? Well, let's break it down into pounds and pence like we've done before. We can see we've got £1 add £1 is £2. So far, so straightforward. Let's add our pence amounts. So we've got 72 pence add 38 pence is 110 pence. So are we going to write in the top £2 and 110 pence? No, we're not, are we? Why not? Because there's our key fact. We've got 110 pence, so we've got over £1. We've got 100 pence and we've got 10 pence. And we know that 100 pence is equal to £1. So we've in fact here got £3 and 10 pence. I've put our key fact in the top left hand corner there, £1 is equal to 100 pence. So now have a go at completing those 3 bar models. Let's check to see how we got on. So number 1, we've got £8 and 3 pence. I can see I'm going to get more than £1 when I add my pence together there, because I've got 50 pence add 53 pence. So more than 100 pence. Number 2, £4 and 6 pence, again because when I add 66 pence and 40 pence I'm going to get more than 100 pence, so more than £1. And number 3, £10 and 1 pence, because 98 pence add 3 pence is just over £1, isn't it? So we're going to get more than 100 pence there. So you should be ready now for the last few questions on the worksheet if you've got it, or you can have another browse around the BBC Bitesize website.
Okay guys, so now throughout that, and I know he says you can do your questions 1 to 4 or whatever. Yours are always going to be at the end of your video, so don't stress. I mean, if you want to pause and use the PDF that's on the school website and do it that way, that's absolutely fine. And also, I'm not giving you all of the questions, so he's just saying there to go on to 6 to 8. What I'm doing is saving a couple of those sort of 6 to 8 questions for you to do on Friday, just to recap your learning, okay? So today I just want you to do questions 1 to 5. So everything that he's just explained there, and all the things you just had to go at in your book already through the video, these are very similar questions. So you're using your part and part whole model there to work out the total whole amount. Then here, when you're talking about Dora buying birthday cards and you're finding the total amount that she's spending, and then here you've got it in calculations and you're adding the amounts together, and so on and so forth. So it's just like you've been practicing during that video. Do it in your book, write your answers in your book. If you want to write the calculations out, that would be very helpful for you. And then when you're ready, press play and you can go through the answers. Now remember guys, you won't have learnt anything if you simply just go straight to the answers and write the answers in your book, okay? That's not helping your brain grow at all. So, sorry, I've got Jax in the background playing with his deer antler. Yeah, so just have a go, please. Don't worry if you don't get it right. It's just so that you have a go, all right? We'll be doing this in school as well, all right? So good luck with that then, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.